Yo! Yo. This is Gaz from KRANIUS. Hope you're all safe. Hope you're well out there. As the title probably says on this stream, this is celebrating 25 years since I brought out the first What I Am EP. First KRANIUS album, if you want to call it that. So I'm going to do one of these every day, just to chat about the song, the album, and how everything came about, how I recorded it, all those little secrets that you don't know about how I did things. They're all going to be revealed, hopefully. So I'm kicking off this one with A Time to Kill. This was the first track that I recorded for the album, and I'm just going to go back in time, turn it down a little bit there. Obviously I hope you can hear me talk better. Anyway, yeah, so Time to Kill. It was the first track that I did. Casting my mind back, that's going back to about 1999, 2000. So 25 years, man. 25 years. Long time. Yeah, so Time to Kill. All came about literally from a title, from a book. You've probably all seen the film, Matthew McConaughey and Samuel L. Jackson and Sandra Bullock, I think it is. Anyway, the title came from that. That's where it came from. I remember seeing the title thinking that's a great title for a song, A Time to Kill. And from that, I actually did take some inspiration actually from the film itself. The whole film was about being ostracised for doing the right thing, basically. And as you probably know from the KRANIUS track, I always like to do what's real. The human condition, things that happen to people, you know, or things that we all experience, a mood, a feeling. And this instantly grabbed me. I do remember when writing this song, I had a couple of riffs knocking around. But this takes me back as well to the beginning. Here's some more secrets of how and when I used to record. So before, I used to record on a digital 8-track. I think it was a Yamaha. It used to have little zip discs that you put in. Yeah, so I used to record on like a 4-track and learn how to bounce and do all sorts of stuff. A little Fostex thing, it was great. But it all goes back to like drum machines. So when you hear this particular track, it was literally a drum machine. So I think it was like may have been an Alesis. Could have been, or it could have been a Dr. Rhythm. I think it was Boss back then. These little drum machines were fantastic. So I used literally just program all the drums, do all my patterns, learn how to do it all, and then from there pieced all the songs together from those patterns. So I'd literally tell the drum machine to, you know, basically make a song on a drum machine, so I'd play along to it. It's a bit the old way of doing things, but yeah. And then I'd literally record the drums, put it on my digital 8-track on these little zip discs and so on and so on. That was my first 2 stereo tracks. And then I'd get the guitars. I think at the time I was using like an RP8, I think it was, which was Digitech. Now that is going back. Great, because it had a little tube at the, you know, the first stage input gain, so it had that really raw sound. And this was also, I think Dimebag Darrell may have used them at the time, out of Pantera, I'm not sure, but I know I used to use a lot of Digitech stuff. And this was literally just recorded straight into the recorder, and it had a great sound. So the guitars that you hear, I'll give you a bit snippet on it. Yeah, nice and heavy, nice and gritty. Had that metal sound. Couldn't afford to have a big amp in my room, so you know, you do what you can. So I've kind of always been a bit of a champion of digital stuff, and it's moved on a hell of a lot now. But that's a whole other story. But yeah, so the whole premise behind the track, recorded the drums, got the guitars down, lyrics, and a time to kill, a time to bleed, a time to say what you believe. I can't remember half those lyrics now, to be honest, but they made sense at the time. What is it to be free, mistaken? You're under my skin, you've taken. You know, I mean, when I go back to some of those lyrics now, I think, a bit of cringe. But then again, it was of what I was into at the time. And obviously you can hear I was really into Metallica stuff, a lot of rock and metal. Funny enough, with this song, or before I did these songs, I was more into being an instrumentalist and playing stuff on guitar and recording. And then I kind of got into the whole, when I heard like Metallica's Justice for All and so on and so on, I heard the whole how to put a song together, the arrangement, different moods, the way it moves, lyrics, changed my whole thing on, songwriting. Just it made songs, and it grabbed me even more, gave me that influence to do more. But this was just a kick-ass track. It was my first, I want something to, just gets right in there, straight for the jugular. But again, moods were a thing, so you can hear from this now, coming up, oddly, going from once kind of chuggy to something different, instrumental. I used to love doing instrumental stuff, so yeah. Moods, grooves, loved it. But yeah, I always remember sitting there, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning trying to piece these things together. Little did I know it'd set the future what comes with all KRANIUS albums. It's always been there, and it just drives, and I'd probably just got a big imagination with things. But this track, it for me, it was just a mood thing, a whole concept of, the mistaken identity kind of thing, and yeah, I think it was more it's got the element of Justice as well, even though it's, the Justice album and that kind of thing. But listening back to it now, it's a funny song, but it's a cool song at the same time. It was how I first started. But yeah, even the solo, man. But yeah, we all got to start somewhere, and this was the first song, A Time to Kill. Don't forget, if you want to listen to any of these tracks, you can get them on kranius.bandcamp.com, kranius.com. Don't even know my own links. But yeah, they may grab you to listen. A bit more of a story behind them now. But what a cool song it was. What a cool song. And even sitting back and thinking about how I did all these things now, it was real old school way of doing things, but there was a drive and a passion that I wanted to start writing songs and getting the whole KRANIUS thing going. And it is kind of weird listening back 25 years from now, listening to those vocals, I think, room for improvement. But yeah, man, what a trip recording them. And if anyone does remember those little zip discs with the Yamaha, wow, that is old technology now. At the time it was amazing because they had all effects on the 8-track, and it was all digital, and you didn't have to worry about, when you were bouncing you'd lose fidelity and all this kind of stuff. It was all new. It was a great time to be alive with new technology back then, and recording and doing all them kind of things. It opened up a new door, which then led on to, which I'll cover in another story, but the internet and how I thought this could move forward with what I'm trying to do, even if I didn't have a live band. I always used to get, oh, you need a live band, you need to be like, and yeah, everybody, it's great. There's nothing better than playing live. But to reach a bigger audience, the internet was the game changer. But again, that's a whole other story. But I'm going to leave you for now for this track. I'm going to let you listen to a few little heaviness. And you can see that was just the beginnings of things. But more importantly, it was a buzz. It was great doing it. So tomorrow I'm going to do another stream about the second track, which was called Face of Death. And that was a whole different story as well. And I'm sure you want to hang about and for that one and see that one tomorrow. It's going to be interesting because it digs up a lot of memories, that track. Yeah, but for now, thanks for watching. This is the start again of the celebration of the first EP, What I Am, KRANIUS. If you want to go and check it out, like I say, go on kranius.com or kranius.bandcamp.com. All the albums are there up to the latest ones. Give it a check out. Now you know a bit more story behind it. There you go. What can I say? If there's any comments you've got, by all means drop them in those comments on here. But at the same time, I'll try and answer them. And even if there's something that you've heard on that song, you still had something that I haven't covered in this video, by all means give us a shout. Just want to build a community, and everybody just is all part of it. It's not just KRANIUS, it's not just me, it's for everybody out there, and that's the reason why I do it. For now, stay safe, take care, stay metal. I shall see you with the next stream. Ciao for now.